part of what's working so well for you?
Just finding ways to attack. Just being aggressive. My teammates are allowing me to kind of take that, from the jump, playing within the pace of the game, and then late, just making the simple plays, the right plays. I think that's just been my groove, just continuing to find ways to make the game easy on myself and getting to the free throw line. I got to stop missing free throws, though, but, all in all, offensive is a pretty solid game. Defensively, I could be better in different spots. The one that stands out is the back door. I think that put him up by one or whatever. I shouldn't. That's where I'm focused on. The 40 is 40, but that's what the playoffs are going to be, and being able to lock in on that, and I'll be better at that. But that's just been my mindset. Just be aggressive and be ready.
What does 50 wins mean to you?
It means a lot. I think we live in a world now where everything. NBA world where, we kind of tend to overlook what's done in the regular season. You have to appreciate the small things, the little things, in order to, appreciate the small things in order to realize how big of what we're doing is. I don't think that made any sense. But seriously, I think, for us as a group, that's no small feat. Continuing to, be there every night, even when it's not an easy night, it's a tough night, it's an easy night, just being ready every day, and understanding that that's not a small thing. I've done it once before in my career, and we were on pace to do it again the year we stopped playing in the bubble, and that's no small feat, but, it's great, and now we got to be locked in for the playoffs.
JB was saying that one of the people that he talked to at the time that the Cavs acquired you said Donovan's going to be Donovan, and he's going to be great during the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Wait until late. Mm-hmm. What is it about this time of year for you?
It's fun. To be honest with you, the lights are its brightest. You're every possession matters. You play the game to win. You play the game to win at the highest level. Not to discredit, the earlier months, but this time of year, it's warm outside. It's just a different vibe. You understand what's coming, and this is what you work all summer for. And we got a tough task at whoever we played in the playoffs, and we got to understand that as a group we got to be ready every night, and I'm just going to continue to lead by example, however that may be. It's been 40 recently. Some nights it's being able to pass. Some nights it's being not some nights, all nights is being able to be defending, but maybe it's, less scoring in different areas. But understanding I just got to continue to lead by example, lead by voice, and, do whatever I got to do for this group.
You guys also clinched home court with this win. I know we've talked about what it could mean, but now that it's official, what will home court mean?
It's huge. You want to start, at home. You want to be in your own bed. You want to be in your own facility, familiar. All those little things go. They're a major impact in series. So for us, just continuing to do what we do at a high level, and that was a big spark for the night. It was a big part for the night, and you could see it with everybody. Everybody down the line. We, if we had lost tonight, Thursday's a pivotal game. You put a lot of pressure on yourself, and I think for us, understanding that level of urgency on both ends of the floor, everybody did their job tonight at a high level, and I think that's something that you're starting to see. And being in front of the Cleveland fans, for the first time since 2018, that'll be loud, it'll be excited, be rowdy, and we'll be ready for it.
Going back to something you said, but JB was talking about how there's just been a lot of change on the team coming in, kind of building off of last year too, and you guys being so young collectively. Why is it what is so impressive about the progress you guys have made, especially this year as you get to 15?
I think everybody, excuse me, I think everybody's taking a leap. I think, like I always say, the backcourt, myself and Darius get a lot of the recognition, but I think it doesn't go unsaid that Karis LeVert has been playing the way Karis LeVert plays. Ricky Rubio's finally healthy. Completely healthy, back to himself. Cedi Osman's been a big factor when he's called upon. Evan Mobley and Jared Allen have been playing out of their minds. And that's the biggest thing you see is everybody's taking a step in their proper role, and they're willing to make those little plays as a group. We all are, and I think that's what works for all of us. And I think you're starting to see that. And at the beginning of the year, the things that we're clicking with now, At the beginning we weren't clicking because we just didn't know. And everybody's trying to evolve into their own space, into their own role, and that's what happens when you have a younger group trying to find, kind of find their identity last year. Then you get to February, we lose K-Love, trying to figure that out. And now, you look at the resurgence of everybody continuing to build, and now you've seen the cohesiveness of the group, continue to take that step, and we got another step to take in a few weeks.
Josie Kesler, Donovan, you guys clinched tonight, obviously. Now you might have 12 days, 13 days until the playoffs. You're in such a groove right now. Are you concerned at all about taking the gas?
Well, thankfully I get some rest. That's the first and foremost. I think we all need it. I think as a group, and it's not just physical. I think mentally, this race can wear on you if you're not familiar with it. And I think some of the guys, not saying that they have, but you could tell different things are starting to wear, and that's natural. That's the league. It's the NBA. You play 82 games, so I'm glad that that's over. You get right, can breathe a sigh of relief. But now it's okay, what's next? You get your proper rest. You don't take all 6-7 days off. You get your rest, and then you continue to fine tune and sharpen your sword for what's to come. And I think for me, it's just I'm in a groove, but at the same time, just continuing to take those steps, whether it's taking care of my body, my mind, holding stuff in on the court, focusing in on who we're probably going to play, and just being ready.
And then going off Chris's question, Coach talked about how you're so good in April. You've been better in April. Mm-hmm. Is that something you do most seasons, where you kind of ramp it up towards the back half of the regular season?
Yeah, I would say starting my first year in the league, one thing about Coach Snyder's teams is we always peak at April. We're always at our best, in April. So that's something that I've gotten accustomed to and understanding what that means. And, I watched, some of the best vets do it, and continue to see what they do in their routines, how they approach the game, how they approach little possessions. And I've taken that upon myself and to integrate into what I do. And, it's worked. Obviously I haven't won a championship, but it's worked. I've had some success. And I think the biggest thing now is just continue to do what I've been doing, be a leader, kind of showing these guys as well, what it takes, what different things, can change your body, change your mind in order to get ready for the series. But like I said, this is a fun time of year. It's 16 teams left. Come April, it's like I said, warm outside. It's underrated. People don't understand. It's very underrated. Just being able to just understand that that's that time of year, and it's a lot of fun. That's what you get up for.
Baseball game.
Exactly. And now my free time watching the Mets play, so it's all in the Guardians now. So now I'm actually gonna be at opening day, so that'll be fun. But allow you to just enjoy April. It's a lot of fun.
Last quick thing, do you feel the team feeding off you right now?
Yeah, like I said, these guys trust me, man, to go out there and do it. I think for me, it's not like it's forced. It's Ricky, DG, Ev, those guys, Vert, they're finding me, allow me to attack, telling me to keep going, but also I'm not, just taking it and just doing anything with it, playing within the flow of the offense. And that's a lot to earn the trust in your first year. So I'm very appreciative of it, and I think for me, like I said, just being that leader, being that guy. And sometimes when you screw up, they're there to hold me accountable too. And I think that's why I've gained their respect and their trust, and then vice versa. I think that's the biggest thing for me is just continue to do what I do. And, when you have the trust of the locker room, the coaching staff, the organization, it allows you to play freely with it as well.
So were you shooting as well as you shot today, 15 for 23, 5 for 9 for 3, are you conscious of that you're in the groove and you want to keep shooting? Because it seemed to me that they really didn't double you until towards the end of the game, which surprised me because you were hot. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think, just putting myself in different actions where it's tougher to guard me, looking for slip outs. In the third quarter, you don't really show your double. So I understand I kind of got going a little hot there. I realized the three ball was starting to fall a little bit for me. I already had success getting to the rim and getting to the free throw line. So then in the fourth quarter, teams are so stuck on whether we switch or not. Now you weren't insert. It's called we call it stack or whatever. And being able to slip out, get to your threes, get to your spots, and then at the end getting to a spot where I'm at the elbow. And if you try to double from here, it's an easy pass. Double from here, it's an easy pass. So putting them in tougher spots to be able to double as opposed to bringing the ball all the way out and allowing them or being in pick and roll. And allowing them to double me. So just trying to put myself in spots to make the game easy.
Was that like a compliment to the rest of the team, your team, that they're worried that you're going to hit the open man, he's going to hit the shot?
Yeah, like I said, I trust my teammates. So even when I went up for a jump shot, Markel came over and I hit vert. So like I said, it's a trust thing. So yeah, I have it going, but understanding that the right play is the right play. Like I can take that shot, I can make it, but it's not the right basketball play. Understanding that's the biggest thing, and that's what the playoffs are going to be. You got to make the defense pay for their mistakes, both with scoring, passing, or whatever it may be.
Donovan, you average about 1.5 more per game on the road. I asked Jazz head coach Will Hardy about what it was like for superstar players playing on the road. He said they stepped up, and that's part of what they do in hostile environments. Do you feel an added sense of pressure or leadership to be able to go out on the road and put this team on your back?
Yeah, 100%. I think playing at home is great. It's a lot of fun. You love when fans cheer, but what competitor doesn't want to be booed? To be honest with you, or doesn't want that that hostile environment. That's what we play for, and sometimes you gotta just lead by example. And I think that's just been my biggest thing is coming out, understanding what it takes on the road, especially tonight. Like, a team that very well coached. Coach Mosey's phenomenal. Guys that are not going to stop playing. They went on a run. They will continuously, Bataze, all those guys continuing to make the hustle plays. So that's what you want, and I think that's what the playoffs are going to be, honestly. Playing at home is, I don't want to say easier, but it is in a sense when you have things rooting for you, and kind of cheering you up and picking. But on the road, it's a tough task, and we all step up for it. I just try to just lead by example in any way that I can.
Chris,
Do you feel like a weight has been lifted now that you guys have solidified home court and you can kind of not relax, but get some downtime here?
I think the rest is the biggest thing. I wouldn't say it's like a weight. I like that pressure. We lost Atlanta, and then we lost New York, and then it was like, ooh, what's going to happen, or how are we going to play the next 2 games? You want that, we made it harder on ourselves, but at the end of the day, that's same pressure, as you call it, is what the playoffs are going to be. You know what I mean? So, you step up and be ready for that. And I think it was a good test for us to have at the end of this year, just understanding that our last 4 games have been playoff level basketball, no matter who's out there. And I think that's something that'll teach us and help us come playoff time. But it's a breath of fresh air. I'll have me a nice drink tonight and sit and relax a little bit, but understanding that you can't, the job's not finished. At the end of the day, we're in a good spot. We've got home court, but now it's another task, another tall task, and we got to continue to build upon this, what we've been doing, stay in our rhythm, like you were saying, and be ready. Thank you.